in the midst of an economic and security meltdown.
We cannot, and I repeat, we cannot negotiate with these guys. We've got what it takes to crush them off. We must save this country.
Okay, this confirms the original fears and anticipation that Nigeria was technically and officially in recession.
All right, we're going to be switching our conversation now, and going on to the economy. You're talking recession.
The definition of recession before. The condition of this country now, we allow you to know it.
A self-acclaimed messiah. He set extraordinary expectations. He sold them a dream.
I assure you that we are going to finally assemble a competent team of Nigerians to efficiently manage this country.
Resilient and consistent over the years.
Compared with previous governments and so on and so forth all over Africa, not just Nigeria.
Say they want to take over. They want to take power over from PDP. I've been telling a lot of lies. They have hired people from all over the world, and those of you in the social media telling all kinds of lies.
Reported that 16 billion US dollars in oil revenue had just gone missing, and this money was supposed to be given from NNPC and sent to the National Treasury, but the money was not sent over. So every few years in Nigerian headlines, you see things like 16 billion missing, 30 billion missing.
Protect and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
Analyzing President Buhari's past 7 years as the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, is a Nigerian politician and a retired general who has served as the President of Nigeria since 2015 under the political party All Progressive Congress. He served as the military head of state from December 1968 and August 1985. He is from the northern part of Nigeria, present-day Daura, Katsina State, Nigeria. General Muhammadu Buhari took power in the 19th through a military coup d'etat. The coup took place on 31st of December 1983. It was coordinated by key officers of the Nigerian military and led to the ousting of the democratically elected government of President Shehu Shagari and the installation of Major General Muhammadu Buhari as head of state. Buhari later went on to run for president of Nigeria in 2003, 2007 and 2011 under the political parties All Nigerian People's Party (APP) and Congress for Progressive Change (CPC) respectively. In December 2014, he emerged as the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress Party for the 2015 general elections. Buhari won the election, defeating the incumbent president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. This was the first time in the history of Nigeria that an incumbent president lost a general election. He was sworn in on the 29th of May 2015. In February 2019, Buhari was re-elected, defeating his closest rival, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, by over 3 million votes. Nigeria under Buhari's military dictatorship. Soon after his December 1983 military coup, in which he overthrew the elected government of Shehu Shagari, Mr. Buhari promulgated some draconian laws, including the famous Decree Number 4, the Protection Against False Accusations Decree, which became a nightmare to journalists and media houses in Nigeria. Two university lecturers, Chris Ogbonda and Emmanuel Oyedike, in a research article on the origins and interpretation of Nigerian press laws, described Decree Number 4 as the most dreaded and most repressive press law ever enacted in the country. The law barred journalists from reporting stories capable of ridiculing the then military government and its officials, and conferred autocratic powers on Mr. Buhari to ban any newspaper, television or radio station in Nigeria. There was another draconian law, Decree Number 2, which gave the Buhari military government power to detain any Nigerian for up to 3 months without charges. The government also outlawed civil protest and worker strike. The former Biafran leader Chukwuemeka Ojukwu was among those detained under the decree, although he was later released without charges. September 1984, the regime arrested and detained Fela Kuti, a popular Nigerian musician and a critic of Mr. Buhari. He was accused of attempting to unlawfully export foreign currencies and was handed 5 years jail sentence by a military tribunal. The Buhari government investigated and detained the top political leaders of the Second Republic, holding them responsible for economic excesses of the previous regime. Buhari controls also extended to his efforts to deal with the problem of indiscipline in the areas of environmental sanitation, public decorum, corruption, smuggling, and disloyalty to the national symbols, such as the flag and the anthem. He declared a war against indiscipline and specified acceptable forms of public behavior, such as a requirement to form lines at the bus stops. The main concern, however, remained the economy. The government introduced a comprehensive package of austerity measures. It closed the country's land borders for a period to identify and expel illegal alien workers, and placed severe restrictions on the imports and heavy penalties on smuggling and foreign exchange offenses. The austerity measures made it difficult for local industry to procure essential imported raw material, leading many of them to close or to operate at greatly reduced capacity. Many workers were laid off, and government itself retrenched many workers to increase its cost effectiveness. All of these actions were accompanied by high inflation. The price of basic food items rose, and life became increasingly difficult even for the affluent. Despite the increased efficiency with which Buhari and his associates tackled the multifaceted national crisis, the regime's inflexibility caused discontent. The latter was the main justification given for the overthrow of Buhari by General Babangida in the palace coup on August 27, 1985.
Thus, the administration will, in particular, take measures to check our galloping inflation and soaring unemployment. Part of these measures may require a review of our ongoing negotiations with the International Monetary Fund and our current debt servicing ratio. And I trust that we will be able to count on the goodwill of your countries and organizations on this issue.
As your president to head a democratic civilian administration, I believe that this is what God Almighty has ordained for me and for my beloved country, Nigeria, and its people.
Fast forward to 2015, when Buhari became Nigeria's president. The country was plagued with a crippling economy and security issues, also extreme levels of corruption, which is why his campaign theme was the term change. He was repackaged by members of the APC party as the messiah who would save Nigeria from self-destruction. He and his party members sold Nigerians a dream. They set ambitious goals for their administration. 7 years down the line, he became the most dreaded Nigerian president since the beginning of the Fourth Republic. President Buhari's past 7 years as president has faced a lot of national issues, which include security, sluggish economic growth, political appointments and lopsidedness, stained anti-corruption crusade, and so much more. In the next part of this series, we would make a critical analysis of Buhari's administration for the past 7 years. Has he really fulfilled his promise, or he has failed?
My other guest here, Mr. Adamu Garba, is one that is perhaps happy at this moment because you've been fighting Twitter and you're not happy with operations of Twitter, and you're happy today, isn't it?
Yes, I'm happy. Seriously.
Dead. Why? We act as if these people die and will come back next month. They're not coming back. As they don't die, go finish. Enough is enough. Our voices must be heard. You people must hear us, because we dey hear now when campaign reach. So please hear us this time. Thank you.